Welcome to EnergizeUtv. This is a space for conscious conversation, grounded leadership, and embodied truth. I'm Angel Marie. Each episode delivers fresh perspectives, expert insight, and actionable strategies to help viewers elevate their energy, expand their potential, and live with greater purpose and vitality. This is not just a TV episode, it is a movement to awaken the world, raise collective consciousness, and inspire positive change. Great to see you again here on Energize You TV, where energy meets modern life. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli, and your activation catalyst. And I was wondering, are you feeling scattered? Probably right now, yes. Even when you know what you want, think about it, because today we're going to be talking about something that changes everything. Manifesting is not about wishing for a better life. It's about learning how to direct your focus, your energy, and your leadership. So your life begins to respond to you. And when you understand how to do that with precision, you stop feeling like you are chasing results and you start experiencing what it means to create them. What it really means to create it. So, right now, I'd like to say thank you to Prosperity Media Network for producing and distributing Energize You TV with such excellence and care. Thank you, John, too. Your commitment to amplifying meaningful conversations allows this message to reach and impact audiences around the world. I just love that. So, thank you. And today we are joined by a truly powerful woman, Mary Love, whose life is a testimonial to transformation, from experiencing all these challenges to rising into her own purpose. She has rewritten her story through resilience, faith, and the power of manifesting. She's not only a dear friend, she is also a CEO, author, singer, songwriter, and an intuitive healer who now helps others raise and be and raised and out of their darkness that she once was going through. So this week we step into manifesting with precision, aligning focus, energy, and empowerment and leadership. But before we move further into these insights, I want to ground us in something really important. Energy is the foundation of everything we are about to do and explore today. And it's also what I've been teaching for over 30 years, is understanding and experiencing energy. And Einstein said, and I quote, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to the other. Because everything is energy. Energy is always moving. Energy is always connected, even when we can't see it. And energy is not mystical, it is directional. And it is also practical. And you can feel it. Think about it. When you come into a room and your stomach drops, you feel it. That's energy. Or maybe you spend time and they're kind of scattered and overwhelmed, and you leave and you go, wow, I feel really drained. That's feeling energy. And this energy is moving around you. It's in your body, and it's not just physical, it's electrical. And where that electric is, it's in your heart, it's in your brain, and it's in your nervous system. And it's constantly, right, communicating and moving beyond your body. It's moving beyond your body, and that is called the biofield. And it is your personal bubble. It's your personal environment around you. And we all have it. And whether you realize it or not, it's influencing you. It does. It influences you all the time. Take that in. That's that energy. So let me ask you something. What is your energy communicating right now? Is it clear? Is it grounded? Is it focused? Or is it scattered? Is it pulling you in all different directions? Are you reacting to everything around you? Just notice it. Don't judge it. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Because this is where the manifesting begins. Manifesting is using your thoughts, your imagination, and your words to create the life you want. Let that just land with you for a second. Not something, this is it's creating it, but it's not just someday. Not when things slow down in your life, but right now. You're already doing it. You're already manifesting it because you're just energy. That's quantum physics. Can't be denied or argued. That's it. Every thought you repeat, every word you speak, every feeling you create is shaping what comes next. So the question is not, are you manifesting? The question is, what are you manifesting? Think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Does that resonate with you? I really want you to take it in. Because what happens is we wake up and we have this intention and we're going. You know what you want. You know what you get to have, okay? And you feel it. Yet, by the middle of the day, what's happening? Yeah, you are just reacting. You are just handling things. You are solving problems. And that vision is still there. It's still there. I see it. Yet it's not leading anymore. Have you ever felt that? That is where most people drift. We drift this way, we drift that way because we're just like, ugh. Not because we don't care, but because it's called life. And yet, because of the focus, too, your energy, that leadership, you're fully aligned. Manifesting is an art. It is a magnetic attractor. I love that because it draws people opportunities and outcomes that match your internal state. I love this, the internal state. So if your internal state feels scattered, what are you going to bring? Yeah, you're going to bring what? The results of scattered. Your state feels grounded and clear. Yeah, you're going to begin to create alignment. Oh, I love alignment because that's what I teach. This is not about doing more either. This is about aligning more. If you want some help with that, I'm here. Think about it like this. Manifesting is like placing an order online. You place the order, you confirm the order, you're like, yes, you expect it to come on Monday. You're all excited and you're feeling good about it. You trust it, you let it go. Or do you second guess it? Do you keep going back and changing it? Do you continue to second guess? Most people are doing that with their thoughts. Because when your thoughts are shifting, your words are shifting, your energy is shifting, and the signal becomes what? Unclear. And that's what we're talking about. I want you to look at it like this. Your thoughts are the prompts. Oh, you know the prompts from AI. I'm sure you've heard of that. If you're not getting what you want out of AI, it's because of the prompts, because of what you're putting into it. It's the same thing with manifesting. Your thoughts are the prompts. Your energy is the signal, right? The heart. And that's why I had you say earlier, I had you saying what? Because energy is everything is easy. Being able to say that and saying that because you're prompting, everything is easy. Your energy is the signal. Your action confirms the order. You always have to have action because if you don't have action, what the heck are you doing? You got to move. So if you want to change your results, you begin by what? Changing what you are consistently sending out. Right? So let me bring this into something very real because I think this one would help and I feel it will. Because this happened to me and it was interesting because when I stopped and I looked at what I wanted to create, I created a vision board. I put it up and I thought about it for a couple days and then it was in the other room and I never looked at it again. So now I have it in the whole wall. And in that whole wall it's in different places. So the event energy conductor and what I do in that and how I change events and change and help people in events and conferences and summits, to what I do and how I reach with my TV show and my podcast, to jumping over to the energetic expansion day experience with me and what that looks like. That is, I had to see it, I had to feel it, and I really start strong with it every day by going over it before I go to bed, going over it when I get up in the morning. And then, you know what happens? This life started moving because my focus started being there with it. And that is powerful. Because if you're not reinforcing your vision, your mind will default to what is urgent in your life. And it won't go to what's meaningful. So your energy gets pulled in all this different attractions or detractions, and it gets divided and it gets dulled. Think about that. And that's the powerful part. And that alignment we want to keep going back to. Look at your vision, speak it, write it, feel it, know it. Let your body just totally recognize it. Because when you do that, your mind begins to organize it around and your energy will start to stabilize it. And that is when you start to actually move. And I'm telling you, it's not all at once. Okay, I'm being real. Yet it does start to build. And here's the real question. Are you leading from your focus? Or are you directing your energy? Or are you directing your energy? Are you choosing your thoughts? Or are you letting the day decide that for you? Because I really want you to choose it. I want you to align with it. And I want you to lead with it. Because you are leaders, each and every one of you. And when you do this, you consistently feel and begin and feel your life is happening to you, and you start experiencing what it means to create your life. So it's not just happening to you, you start to really create it with purpose because your life is responding to you right now, not later, not someday, right now. I want you to feel it and just take that moment to step into it. I want to thank you, every single one of you, because I see you and I celebrate you, for you to be here, for me to reach my soul commitment. So stop and take a breath right now. Let everything we have talked about just settle. Yeah, there you go. Because we're really just practicing in this light. And I tell my students that all the time. You're just practicing, so don't get bad. Don't get so upset with yourself. Because you can feel the vision. You see it clearly. So now let's keep going with no judgment, just awareness. So remember, manifesting is not about forcing outcomes. It's about aligning direction and feeling good about it. Because your focus tells your energy where to go. And your feeling of knowing helps your energy move. Yeah, because your energy fuels your actions. And your actions create your results. So what would it look like to come back into alignment today? Right now, not next week, right now. Just pause for a second and look at it. Because it really is just a simple way of you taking the time to write it down, to speak it. And if you're having trouble, give me a call. I'm here for you, and that's what I do. I always tell people, I'm your 411 information, giving it to you just like here. And I'm also your 911 when you get in trouble. Because I want your brain to recognize, and you to also, for your energy to stabilize, so that you really embody this. Because you can manifest anything. So let me leave you with this. Clarity directs your focus. Energy fuels your movement. Leadership creates your results. When those are aligned, your life changes. And with that, I am honored to bring forward a woman who embodies this work, Mary Love. Please, honey, introduce yourself to the listeners and the viewers because I've known you for years and years and I adore you. Yet I would love for you to introduce you to all my listeners and viewers.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Mary Love. I live in Southern California. I am an all faiths minister. I believe there is a kernel of truth into every religion. And I found my path by losing my mobility. I was very, very sick. I had autonomic dysfunction, and I went from a junk food junkie to realizing that food is medicine. And once I realized that, I changed the way that I ate and I got better. I got better. I also realized that words were medicine as well, and that words were very powerful, and that our subconscious mind didn't understand the word don't and not. It only understood. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how did we meet?
We met at Candace's birthday party. It was great to sit at the table with you and get to know you.
It was like we were like, as soon as we sat down, it was beautiful. Your energy is just wonderful. So thank you again for being here. And let's just dive right in because you've walked a journey that many people probably cannot imagine. And, from your experience in all of your challenges in your life and how you live today. So if you could look back, what shifted inside of you first before anything on the outside began to change?
The first thing was I believed that everybody deserved love.
Mm.
It was when I was in a place where I wasn't receiving much from the general public. I was going to hospitals and they weren't really helping me. On the street, I was having convulsions and they weren't, yes, yes. And they were calling an ambulance and the ambulance was kind of mean to me. And you know, um, it was really scary, very, very scary. And I said, everybody deserves love, everybody. And then that's when I learned that I deserve love too. And that's when I kind of set out to forgive everybody and to forgive myself. I came up with compassion, that everybody deserved it, and I realized that I couldn't be angry with the people that didn't understand what I was going through. They didn't know.
Yeah, they were trying to do their best. So what you really shifted was you shifted on the inside about how you looked at your situation, but how you looked at the people also.
Absolutely. Yes. I had to have compassion for them and know that they were going through something as well. Even if it wasn't the same as me, I couldn't say, well, I can't walk. What's their problem? It's not like that. That was my issue, but they had something that they were going through that was valid as well, and so I needed to just say, I forgive you, and I had to actually go down the line of forgiveness, which was forgiving people in the past that I didn't even know. I did a meditation where she took you down to like from the beginning of time to the end of time, forgiving everybody one fell swoop.
Yeah. And this is something that I teach with my spiritual coaching is that it's a day-to-day thing to go ahead and forgive yourself and then forgive others. And sometimes it is a daily thing. And sometimes I think of the situations and people, places, things, and I'm like, if I really want to move forward in manifesting with that precision, I must start with clearing my energy and forgiveness. So that's a beautiful one. And I want to go a little deeper into that because there's so many people that are doing actions yet they still feel stuck. And so what were your specific ways where you began to shift your thoughts, your identity, and your energy so that you could move?
Words. Um, I watched a movie by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. And in it, she talked about changing your thoughts, but changing your words. And this woman had a total life transformation. And I grew up in a household where I knew you had to change your words. I knew you had to speak words of life. You had to speak positive words of what you wanted to project out into the world, not what you were feeling, you know? I used to say, "Mommy, I feel sick." "You're not sick. I neutralize that." That's how I grew up. So, it was kind of like coming full circle. It was just a different way to do what I learned as a child. It was like, "Wow, mom was right." It was that aha experience.
Right. And in that the specific ways in your thoughts is words because it changes when you change a word, that vibration actually changes the energy of the heart vibration. And that heart vibration is stronger, 5,000 more than the brain. So your
Mhm.
emotions. And
Mhm.
you also shifted your identity, didn't you?
Mhm. Yeah, I did. Um, well, what happened was I didn't feel the same anymore. I felt brand new. After I got healthy again and I could walk again, I felt like I had a second lease on life. I just felt like this completely new person and I had dropped a whole ton of weight. I was a size 4 and sometimes a size 2. I had my own podcast. I was living the life O'Reilly, as my friend would call it. And I just had such a good time that I felt like I was different. I was this new person. And I changed my name and I wrote a book. And so then I decided to change my name to Mary. I kept feeling inside that that was my name. I couldn't explain it. I'm like, that's my name. And it turned out my Hebrew name is Miriam. Since birth, that's been my Hebrew name. It means Mary in English. So we know inside, we know who we are, and so love I added because I studied Dr. Emoto snowflakes and water studies, and they look like snowflakes. Love and gratitude, water that's prayed over, eternal peace. These are all beautiful words to heal the water in your body, and we're made up mostly of water. So I said, I'm going to call myself Mary Love because Mary means beloved and love is self-explanatory. And so when they call up, the bill collectors call up, they'll be blessed just by saying my name.
There you go. I love that. And I want to reiterate to everybody because these are writer downers. You want to look this up. Dr. Mamoto's, I don't think I'm saying it right. Dr.
Emoto.
Emoto, his work on the water, because water holds energy. And we are 87 to 92%, depending on what book you read, water. And the thing is we're constantly programming, aligning, organizing not only the nervous system, the vagus nerve, but also that water within us is being programmed. So what she's saying is it's very, with the snowflakes and the positive words, you can actually do this is put with a glass of water and it's in the glass and you yell and scream at it, it will turn dark. When you put it on the other side, you put it over there in a new glass of water and you praise it, you will see how it will stay in this beautiful way
Mhm.
and clear. So that's awesome. And I love that you intuitively, because I know that you're also an energy healer, that you knew that and you went ahead and did it.
Yeah, that my name was Mary or that I knew that love was a powerful word.
Either way, both of those are so powerful, right? I mean, wow.
Yeah.
You totally just like stepped right into your power by that. And what I will say too is a lot of people ask me if my name is Angel because I say, "Hi, I'm Angel Marie Louise Monticelli." Because that's my full name, the God-given name, all that stuff. And
Mhm.
they say, "Oh, I wonder if she put Angel at the beginning." and I did not. I was given that name at birth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that either, huh? Yeah.
No. Oh,
Yes.
that's beautiful.
Well, thank you. So, as we move forward, because you went through an identity shift, you went through your thoughts, you went through energy to get to where you're going, but yet your father's legacy is incredible. And I'd like for you, because he was a blazer for the Grand Ole Opry, and he created the song "Sunny,"
Hmm.
and he wrote that. But I'm going to let you tell more about that legacy, because it's part of who you are, big time.
Thank you. Well, he was just my dad, people knew him all around. They'd be, "Oh, I know your dad. I know your dad," I'd be like, "Oh, you do?" And it was just one of those things where he was popular in my eyes. But he was an amazing musician. He played every instrument, including the spoons. And yeah, he could play anything he put his mind to. He played the trumpet, the trombone, the bass, the guitar, the bass guitar. He just played a lot.
And what did you learn from him about the song? Because many people don't understand the song and the situation with the song.
Well, he wrote, "Yesterday my life was filled with rain. You smiled, and today, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. You smiled and really, really eased the pain. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you." So he's putting it in today is sunshine. Today, his sunny one so true is there, making everything bright. Yesterday, life was filled with rain, but today it's not. And that's what he taught me. And he used to say, people would ask him how he is, he'd say, "Oh, I'm scared to brag, scared to complain." That was his answer every time, because um, he just didn't want to brag about anything, and he didn't want to complain about anything. He wanted to keep things neutral because he knew about the power of words as well, and he knew about the power of words through his writing. He knew, and he wanted to make it not generic but accessible to everybody. So when they were singing, they could sing to their dog. Their dog could be named Sunny. I mean, and if you really fit it in there, you can sing it to a dog, you know? You you can sing it to a teacher, you can sing it to a grandparent, you can sing it to anybody. And that was what his aim was for. He wanted to cheer up the country after JFK died and then his brother died, and he wanted to cheer everybody up because it was a very heavy time. And so he did that. And then during the COVID crisis, there was a concert that was on ABC, CBS, and NBC, and Billie Eilish sang his song during that concert. So I was floored. I was like, "Daddy, you're doing it from
Yeah.
heaven. You're cheering up the country from heaven."
Wow. His legacy continues. And how did that shape how you help others to rise up? Because I know that you work with a lot of the homeless, and that when you see homeless, you help out, and that you've helped out thousands of homeless.
I wouldn't say thousands. I wouldn't say thousands. I would say that my little drop in the ocean grows. You know, I would say that, when I can, I help the homeless. I was blessed enough to be able to get in touch with a program called the Dream Center, and they have something called Adopt a Bed. And so you can pay monthly for somebody to sleep in a cot, or a bunk bed rather, and they get career counseling, schooling, housing, clothing, food 3 times a day. They had Celebrate Recovery there. They had so many wonderful things, and I paid for them to go up to a year because I don't get paid monthly. So I paid for them to go up to a year, and I was able to do that for 14 people. And it was amazing because I was like, how was I able to do this? How, but the how isn't important. It's the what, you know? And I got little letters from them, and I was just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe," and so it still hasn't even sunk in yet that I was able to help somebody that way. But the organization, they contact me a lot, and they're like, "Oh, we're having this award show. We want you to come." And so it's really, I've developed a very good relationship with them. And the good thing about them is they give away free food, lunch and dinner every single day. So we were going to Skid Row, we were telling people this so that they had a free place to eat every single day. And, I thought that that was beautiful. I thought that was beautiful because I was going out myself helping the homeless without a church group, just me, you know? And it's a lot safer, a lot more powerful to have a group behind you because there's so much more that can be
Oh,
done.
that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. About your soul. And, I know that people say, thank you for your service to military. But you know what? Thank you for what you have done because you've made the choice. Because many people make the choice to just walk on by. They do. So I want to say thank you. But I also, what do you wish more people understood about that whole space and those people?
Well, I wrote a song about it.
Oh, okay.
It's called Feed This One Too.
Mm.
And the lyrics are, "Don't walk by, don't be shy, he's like you. Look inside of your heart, you will see he's you, he's me. Won't you please feed this one too?" And I wish somebody could see that that is you. That is you lying on the ground. Per circumstances that he had, that's you, you know? And if they could see that it's a human being you're stepping over. That's what gets me. When you step over a man or woman lying on the ground. I met someone in New York City named Brenda. Even the police were stepping over her. And I stopped and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said her best friend had died that day. And I helped her as best I could, but I couldn't give her my number or like that long term because it's not safe. And so, but what I could is I gave her a little bit of money and I said, and I prayed with her. And I know that made an impact because I was the only one that like took the time to hold her hand.
Prayed with her.
Yeah.
That's so powerful. Prayer is when two or more gets together. I so get that, Mary, and thank you so much for doing that, and for being here today with us because so powerful. So, if you would like to get with Mary Love, here's her contact information and reach out. She has so many beautiful gifts to offer. And as we wrap up right now, do you have any final words that you would like to share with us, Mary?
Just smile, smile because you'd be so surprised that even if you're sad inside, what a smile can do. Like, even if you don't think anybody's watching, smile.
Yeah, I really can. So thank you again, Mary. And again, and you, the viewers and the listeners, thank you so much. And if you would like to experience more of me beyond today's show, I would love to gift you with a free 2-week membership to my energy reset sessions. These are sessions that help you set the tone for your day, help you with your movement, and they're simple Tai Chi inspired, but yet it builds positive energy. It increases your confidence, and it will create more clarity for you to go through your day and really be intentional. If you would like to even go deeper, these books hold the foundation of the teaching you experienced here today on Energize You TV, and they are also available as well. So go ahead and use that QR code and check that out. And next week, it's a dive deep with Michelle Barr. I am so excited. And here's her spotlight moment.
Hello, magnificent community. Angel Marie has such an amazing energy that both inspires and transforms. She's a community builder and a strong business leader. Thank you for inviting me into your space to share with your community in a way that is inspiring and intentional. I'm Michelle Barr, creator of the Move Method, helping women entrepreneurs move forward in their life and navigate whatever is in the way so they can create a life they love and a business that supports and sustains that. The first step of my move method is M, make a decision. Nothing happens until you commit. Then all manner of support rushes in to meet you. It all starts with making a decision. What decision is asking to be made right now? Connect with the first thing that comes in. Don't second guess it. Don't self doubt it. That is your next step. Whether you're on the path of healing, growth, or learning to work with your energy, this is your reminder. Your energy matters. Your voice matters, and you're not alone. Thank you, Angel Marie, for this opportunity to share with your community. Be sure to watch the full episode for your next steps.
So go ahead and mark your calendar. You saw how vivacious this lady is. Can't wait for next week. You're going to love this conversation. And you know what? Remember, your energy is the music of your life. So keep it tuned, keep it flowing, and keep it shining bright. And I'll be right here every week bringing you wisdom, energy, and those golden nuggets to lift you higher. Because remember, this isn't just a show, it's a movement, it's a global impact. Until next time, keep igniting your energy, activating your joy, and always elevating your abundance. Shine on. Before you go, take a moment and ask yourself one simple question. What am I taking with me from this conversation? I'm Angel Marie, and this is Energize You TV, where we help you live with greater purpose and vitality.